Good morning, everyone. In our previous video, we have discussed about pressure. Pressure is the total perpendicular force acting per unit area of the surface. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal. P is equal to F upon A. We have discussed about the factors on which pressure depends. Pressure depends on force and area. Pressure is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to area. We have seen the different formulas, and with the help of the formulas we have discussed some numericals also. Now in our today's video we will discuss the pressure in our daily everyday life. So before starting with the examples, first one thing should be clear to all of us, that the pressure is inversely proportional to area. So there are various examples where the pressure has to be increased. So if we want to increase the pressure, so because it is inversely proportional to area, so that's why the area of contact should be decreased. Again I am repeating, if somewhere we want to increase the pressure, so we should decrease the area. And so many other examples are there where the pressure has to be reduced, and that's why the area has to be increased. Okay, because they are inversely proportional to each other. So that's why if we want to increase the pressure, we should decrease the area. If we want to decrease the pressure, we should increase the area of contact. Now let's have some examples. See the first one. The cutting edges of knives, blades, axes, etc. All the cutting instruments are made sharper. Now why they are making sharper? And because by this the area of contact decreases, and hence the pressure exerted by these instruments can easily penetrate and cutting becomes easier. So because we want to increase the pressure, that's why we have decreased the area. Now see the second example. The school bags, shopping bags, they have broad straps. Broad straps or broad belts, that means larger area. Large area of contact, that means the pressure exerted by them will be less, and that's why we will have the less pressure on our hand or our shoulder. So these are the two examples where in one case we have increased the pressure by decreasing the area. In the second case we have decreased the pressure by increasing the area. We are having some more examples related to our daily life. Tractor. You all have seen the tractor. Tractor have broad tires so that they can the pressure exerted by these tires will be reduced, and the chances of getting sink into the soft field will be less. That is about the tractors. Now you all have seen the trucks also. Heavy truck. Heavy truck is fitted with 6 to 8 wheels. These wheels increases the area of contact on which their weight acts, and hence they reduces the pressure on the ground. So by increasing the surface area, here we have reduced the pressure. Now one more example is here. If you can see these two footwears, in the first one we are having the pencil heel, that means the area of contact is less. So if we wear this type of footwear, so the pressure on our heel will be very high. Whereas in the second example you can see the flat shoes is there, and that's why the surface area is more, so less pressure will be there, and that's why it is easier to walk on soft sand if we have flat shoes rather than shoes with the sharp heels, because sharp heel shoes will have high pressure and they can sink inside the sand. Now some other examples are there. The camel can walk easily on the sandy land because they have broader feet. Broader feet, that means high surface area. High surface area, so they will have the rest pressure, and due to that rest pressure, the chances of getting sink inside the sand will be less. So they can easily walk on the sand. Similarly, the railway tracks are there. In railways, on a railway track, we are fixed to large, wide wooden or steel sleepers. The heavy thrust on the train on the rail is spread over the large surface area of sleepers. So because of the large surface area, the pressure is less, and it reduces the pressure on the ground and prevents the rails from sinking into the ground. So these are various examples which actually help us to understand the relation between the pressure and the contact area. One more example is there about the porter. Porter place a round piece of cloth on their head when they have to carry heavy load. By doing this, they increase the surface area of contact of load with their head. And because of that increased surface area, the pressure on their head is reduced and they find it easier to carry the load. So this is about the pressure, the examples of pressure in everyday life. In our next video, we will discuss about the pressure exerted by liquids.